Hi my friends, I'm Ixim and today we have another video of a car a day. The car of the day is the car of the day. I'm sorry, I'm a little excited. Anyway, the car of the day is the High Priestess and it's number 2 in the tarot. And as you may know, we're going through this process to get to know, get connections about the Wild Unknown Tarot, which is my new deck. And I thought about it, and since I was going to be doing this process, I thought, well, let's make videos, right? Let's have fun with the videos, and at the same time that I'm learning and connecting with this new deck in a different way. I have never done this card day process, so for me, I really like it. But I also like to comparing this card with other cards or with the cards before. Today we're going to be reflecting on the cards before and comparing them, but also I want to talk about this card because I really like, I always like the High Priestess, but it's one of the cards that it has taken a little bit more time for me to grasp the concept, and this deck has been very helpful in that sense. It's been helping me to pinpoint in some areas that I never really looked at before. First of all, we see that there is a lot of black and white, and we have the moon, and we have darkness in the back, but in the front we have a sphere, and it has a lot of colors. And for me, I always look at the colors and the symbols of the colors. So we see the purple right there, and for me the purple is transmutation, transformation, change, especially in the spiritual aspect of change and transformation and transmutation. Then we have light blue, and for me the light blue is very calming color, relaxing color, and also talks about the sky. So maybe for me it's related to dreams. And then we have the white, and the white is what we think is good, what we think is purity, what we think is noble and good. And then we have the black, and for me the black is what you think is more maybe not as good, or what we think is mysterious, or what we think we don't know about, the unknown, right? And so not necessarily bad, but maybe that I don't have all the information. So for me it's sort of black, meaning mystery. And then we have a little bit of gray hidden there. And for me, the gray is wisdom and is knowledge, because the gray is the combination of the black and white. And for me, the combination of the white and what you think is good, in terms of shadow work, and the white and what you think is good on yourself, and the black and what you think is not as good. And the combination of those two, when you unify the black and the white within you, the concepts of what you is good and what you is bad, when you unify those and accept them and blend them together, you get wisdom, you get knowledge. So the gray for me is it's an amazing color just because of that connection. Anyway, so that's the sphere. So then we can see her expression, and it's very relaxing. So for me, it's a card of not so much movement like the Fool or the Magician. They're more moving, cars, like you're going somewhere. This car is sort of like more stable, more like not moving, maybe more reflective car, more like stop, take the moment to smell the roses, right? So then that's what it's inviting me to do. And then we have the moon, and the moon, we know it's nighttime. And so for me, the black in the back, it has to do with subconscious. And what is the moon about subconscious and cycles? So for me, this card talks a little bit about that, or talks a lot about that, right? Because there's a lot of black in the back. And then we have the moon. So this card is always, for me, the subconscious aspect, the unconscious maybe, but for me, it's more subconscious. I don't know why. That's what comes to me. And so anyway, I sort of wanted to look at the other cards, and something very interesting that I was reflecting on. And as you can see, we have the Fool, 0, and we have he's looking to the right. And then we have the Magician, and he's looking to the right. And then the High Priestess is looking to the left. And so for me, that was sort of like meaningful, meaning that the Fool is looking out outside himself because he's going to this experience, to this new adventure. So he's looking out and he's stepping out of himself. And then we have the magician, and he's focused, and his attention is focused on what he desires. He has a lot of passion to get that come through. And as you can see, here's the pentacle, and he's touching it. Like that's what he wants to think out in the world and the world, and how these things that he desires are going to be manifested. And then over here, we have the High Priestess, and he's looking into the other side. And then we have the darkness and the moon. So for me, this card is asking you to stop and look within, not to look out. So looking at this card, for me, is telling me to stop, smell the roses, like I said before, and look within. Another thing too is, for me, is asking me to reflect, and maybe into the subconscious through meditation or through my intuition by looking at the tarot cards or oracle cards. For me also, nature is full of symbolism. So if you want to look at symbols, and in that sense, you can look at nature too. And scribe at water. Here we have something that you can scribe with, right? So then it's looking within, it's looking through, through using your intuitions, and then your intuition, and then we have also dreams. So for me, this card is asking me or inviting me to look within for answers, and maybe also the symbolic world of tarot. But before that, my dreams, because my dreams are speaking more about my anxiety, my dreams, my fears, my the beautiful things in my life too, right? My joys and everything. But I can really find clues about what I'm looking for through my dreams, and also with the tarot, obviously. So anyway, I think that this card invites you to do all that, and to really take a moment, reflect, and really use your intuition. And when you look through, you really start looking into symbols, and really start understanding symbols and what they mean for you. I'm sorry, let me take a break. For me, my friends, you start looking outside the box. In other words, you start looking through illusions. So you start looking at things for what they really are, because you can see the symbols on them, and you can reflect on what they mean to you. So then you start reflecting on what things mean to you and why things happen to you. And so then you can start looking at situations in a more objective, in a more real way. So I love this card. I always like it, but more in this deck. So anyway, my friend, this is my reflection of today, and I thank you for watching these videos. Another thing that I wanted to say, I'm going to put information on the link in a website that I find. Her name is, let me see. Her name is Carrie Mellon, and I went into her website. I was looking at her YouTube channel because she used this deck in the past, and I saw her video. So I went into her website, and guess what? She has a chapter, or just a section just for, let me see the title of it. So if you go through her website or to her YouTube channel, and I think she has another name, but I will put it under the information for this video, so you can go into her YouTube channel and go to her website. The information is there, and then she's gonna have a section to learn the Wild Unknown Tarot card meanings. And I had a little bit of time. This is her name. I don't know if I'm saying it right, so you can see it. And she has a wonderful website. Anyway, I was just looking at a little bit through the website today. This is the first time I look at it. And then I find this section, and she had the Wild Unknown Tarot card meanings. And believe me, I had only a chance to look through a few things because I was at my lunchtime at work, but I love it. She had information about each card, the meanings of each card, and she does it beautiful. And obviously, it's another level of understanding. She's amazing. Anyway, so I invite you to go to her website and to look at that if you're interested in know more about this card. And from now on, I'm going to start looking at it because I really, really enjoyed the little bit I look, and I really, truly recommend it. Anyway, thank you for watching, and thank you for. I'm sorry. Thank you for watching, and thank you for being with me in this journey of self discovery and self exploration. Bye bye.